Welcome back to another episode of The Ultimate Relationship Show. I'm your host, Midori Verity, and today we have a celebrity with us. His name is Brian Nguyen, and he is the trainer for Mark Wahlberg. And we are going to find out how to look like Mark Wahlberg. He's going to tell us in 5 minutes how we can do it super, super easy. Or maybe not, but we're going to find out some tips on looking and feeling our best, and we're going to find out from the expert. But let me tell you a little bit about Brian before we get started. Brian is a power plate expert and owner of BRIK Fitness gym in Redondo Beach, California. He is also, of course, Mark Wahlberg's trainer and has trained many other celebrities at power plate. So welcome to the show, Brian.
Thank you very much, Midori. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're so glad to have you here. But we have a lot of questions for you, and we really want to know all the secrets. So tell us a little bit about give us a brief background on yourself and how you came to start training some of these big names.
Yeah, the journey has truly been organic. I started doing athletic training and sports medicine at UCLA and fell in love with the profession of taking care of the athletes. So from that medicine background, I started doing more of the fitness world during the off season with all the athletes, primarily football. So several years I spent in the NFL and then eventually moved back to California where I took a head athletic trainer job and strength conditioning coach job with the arena football team. And I just had time as an off season. I started working on movies. So they needed someone to be a consultant for their training and to take care of the athletes for their sports movies. So I got a chance to work for several sports movies. I was Adam Sandler's athletic trainer in the movie The Longest Yard. I worked for The Rock. I worked for Will Ferrell in his movie Semi-Pro. And eventually I worked with Mark Wahlberg on the movie Invincible. That turned into a different chain of events. I started really getting more into fitness than I was in sports medicine at that point in time. And then, flash to 10 years later when I, have my own, own little gym now. Just wanted to have something that grew some roots. They say you have some passion, then start a business. And so here I am with a gym. We have about 250 members here in our gym. They're amazing. My gym primarily takes care of women, and I got all the hot moms in my gym who are looking, some of the kids are outside the house already. They've left the nest and really just reclaiming their life, reclaiming their relationships. So I was super excited about this interview. Just knowing that this is what I work with every day now. It was nice to really take care of the celebrities and get that experience. But now to really be, a part of a community and changing a community in a world where, gosh, it's so hard to be active this day and age, that it's a lot of fun. So that transition's complete. Here I am, what I would like to say is I own my own version of Cheers, and I'm Sam Malone, and I got my coaches, got the people, and it's a wonderful life. So I really do take all the empathy and the experience that I've had training, whether it's professional athletes or celebrities, and really bring that to who I have in my gym. Everybody is an athlete in my world. If you have a body, you're an athlete, and that's kind of what I'm trying to bring about for everybody now.
Okay, let's just take a second and congratulate you on just staying in your passion and taking what you love to do and elevating it to the highest level.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can just tell in your voice. And that's what I talk about a lot with my clients is find your passion, which some people have a hard time doing, but finding your passion and then just expounding it and going after whatever you want, because once you have that passion, it makes it so much easier.
Absolutely.
But it's getting past those mental barriers that we have. But you have done it almost like on crack. You have taken it to the highest level, and it's empowering to watch someone like you.
Thank you so much, Midori. Thank you. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. Okay, so I love hearing that you are training women, because we want to know. We want to know what are some tips that us women, or even some men, we just want to slim down, create that slimmer physique. What are some tips that we can put into our Rolodex of ideas?
Well, the very first and foremost thing, the rule that I live by is first move well, then move often. I think from a core value standpoint, we just don't move enough this day and age. So the number one tip that I can give anybody that's starting off on just their hey, listen, I want to lose weight, I want to get things started. Bottom line, figure out what the goal is, and then you got to move there. So I have a lot of people say, oh, Brian, I'm looking to tone up. I want to tone up for the summer, and that's it. That's my goal. And I'm like, okay, that's great, Samantha, but let's put some objective measures in this. So what do you want? Right now, currently, you're a size, and she'll give me, I'm a size 10 right now. Okay, where do you want to be, by summer? I would love to be a size 6 by summer, Okay, great. So we have a couple of months now, we have about 8 weeks. And so this is, it at least gives us an opportunity to draw a map. So for anybody that starts that journey, you got to know, where do you want to end up? If you do not figure out your destination point, then it's very hard to even figure out a map. You have to have a destination, you have to have a start point, and then you can draw the map. Now, if you figure it out, like, I need to lose 10 pounds, because that's what you say. In my head, I look at that 10 pounds, it would make me happier if I was 10 pounds lighter. Well, that's great. At least you have the number that you need to get to, 127 pounds. Right now you're 138. But at least without that number, without saying that's where I want to go, it's very hard to even get there. Okay? So decide, what do you want? Once you decide what you want, then you can start to draw the map. If you do not decide that, it's very hard. So that's first and foremost. That's the biggest tip I make with no matter who it is, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a new client here in my gym. We come together and meet and say, what do we want to get to? And that is the biggest mistake people make, is they start with a coach, they join a gym membership, and the gym memberships will be completely happy, say, oh yeah, let's sign you up 3 months, you get where you. But at no point in time is there ever a destination point set. And I think that's one of the biggest things you can do first. You need to grasp a destination point.
Okay, well, that's a great tip.
It's a great tip. It's one that is all too often neglected. So that's tip number 1.
Okay.
All right. Number 2, if you haven't worked out for a long time, all right, maybe it's been over a year since you've actually exercised, since you've actually done anything. You have to look at that from an aspect of, okay, what really is now causing the motivation? If you have it in yourself to motivate yourself, then great. And I will say this from experience, now that I've been doing this for almost 20 years, anybody that starts on their own and says, I'm going to do this on my own, I've never seen it happen. All right. It is the whole reason why you have to have either a coach or a friend. And I know that relationships, you're in that world. We are not meant to do things on our own. We really are a social being. Mm-hmm. So if you do not start your exercise regimen with someone else, a friend, a colleague, a spouse, or if you don't join a gym that has a small group of people that you can start to align your creation with. Say, I'm also getting ready for summer. Well, so are you. Well, these opportunities are out there, whether there's a lot of small gyms that are like mine that run challenges. You can get online. You can just jump on social media and say, hey, listen, I need to lose 5 pounds. I would like to go to the beach every day for the next, 30 days. Who's in with me? And look for someone to chime in, because a lot of times people are looking, they just need that opportunity that someone else is going to do it with them. But then once you guys get together, both of you set the goal, meaning, what is our goal? Well, my goal is size 4, and it's to work out 4 times a week. Then at least you have a buddy system, a group or a social aspect to keeping you accountable. Because trust me, at 2 weeks in, anybody that's bought their own treadmill saying, I'm going to do this, 2 weeks in, that treadmill is now just hanging clothes. You're just, there it is. I dry my clothes on that. It's my most expensive, clothes dryer. And that's never. So number 2 tip, you need a support group. You need people to do it with you. You need a coach. have someone with you to help keep you on track. That's tip number 2.
Okay.
Yes. For tip number 3, I would definitely say because we don't move well at all of this day and age, we don't actually move a lot, definitely try to keep your workouts away from the mouse wheel. It is all too often we say, I'm going to start something. I don't know what to do, but I do know that I can go over onto that treadmill, put my headphones in, and just be a mouse for the next 45 minutes. But if your goal is true fat loss and true body change, after 20 years of experience, I have never in the 20 years ever in the history of everness in my career, I've never seen anybody drop 2 jean sizes by being on the treadmill and just eating clean. The body just doesn't do it. We are in a world where we just don't move enough, Midori. So all the people that are listening to this right now or watching this, one thing I hope you take away is we are a society that needs to become stronger. Most of us are here in our world and our posture is down. We're at our computers. We walk around. We drive all day. You're essentially looking at this is the posture of America now. And in so doing the mouse wheel like this or being on the treadmill like this is not going to change anything. But to have good strength training, meaning I'm going to go out there, and when you look at actual strength training, there's a lot of my clients that come to me and say, oh, but I don't want to be bulky. I lift 10 pounds. Oh my God, my arms are going to get, that's not true. It's the biggest fallacy ever. Because let's face it, you're already lifting your kids that weigh at least 30 pounds. Your purse in and of itself weighs 16 freaking pounds, okay? So let's not talk about the 10-pound dumbbell that's gonna make your arm bulky. That's not what happens. Muscle is the true fat burner. And being on a mouse wheel does not make you more muscular. And muscle, when we say muscular, the whole thing is, oh, muscular means bulky. That's not true. Muscular means that your body actually has your engines working. So if I was to relate this, it's the whole aspect, it's the metaphor of a car. Anybody knows the more cylinders I get in my car, if I have an 8-cylinder engine, like a high performance Mercedes-Benz, that car is going to guzzle gas. It's the same way with sugar and fat. Muscle becomes the guzzler of fat. And in order to create muscle, I need to do some actual strength training, meaning the old 80s, high reps, low resistance is how I stay toned. It's wrong. It's incorrect. The people that are making the most impact on actual fat loss are people that do versions of strength training, whether that's body weight training. People use TRX training nowadays. People use power plates, vibrational platforms. People are using bands. People are using stability balls. But what are you not doing? You're not just sitting down and lying down or walking on a mouse machine. You're actually standing up and moving around. People, you'll see it. So all the workout videos, some of the boot camps that people go to. We sit so much that if you have any time to work out, then move. Go out there and move, see what it's like to have your body really squat, how your body really needs to do some lunging, walking lunges, or maybe doing some balance work, actual single leg balance, like throwing a ball on the wall while you're only standing on one leg. These are workout aspects that really challenge how your body is in space. These are the types of workouts that really burn fat. Now, if this language is completely foreign to you, like, oh my God, body weight exercises, actually strength training to really have a fat loss equation happen, oh my God, I don't know that world at all. Well, that's why you hire a professional. And I think that's the biggest stigma that people, they look at memberships. For some reason, we've gotten trapped into thinking that a gym membership should really only be $35 a month. That's how much I'm willing to sacrifice, and that's what people really need to step away from is don't think about a gym membership. Think about coaching if you actually need it, So that's tip number 3 is don't get on a mouse wheel. Please do some actual strength training that encourages real organic movement. The body was meant to lift. The body was meant to drag. The body was meant to carry things. The body was meant to throw things. The body was meant to do a little bit of running, a little bit of balance work. But the thing it was not meant to do, it was not meant to sit down on a machine and do this and think that our body's going to change the way we want to. Our body will change when you start to implement what it was meant to do, which is really move.
Okay. I have to stop you there for a second because, okay, so the treadmill thing, I'm an 80s girl. It was all about cardio. So what do you say now about cardio? What's kind of the general guideline for cardio itself? Is it just mainly to benefit your heart and your lungs? Give me some guidelines.
Before, it was all about getting on a machine. Cardio meant a machine. Cardio meant the mouse wheel. And that's not what cardio is. Cardiovascular demand is about your heart having to give oxygen back to your body. To feel this. That is cardiovascular demand, meaning your body needs more oxygen, okay? So what people are going into now, when you look online and type in fat loss, almost immediately, one of the things that comes back is this thing called high intensity interval training. It's a huge topic that it's really hard to, it hits you in the head the minute you type in fat loss nowadays, okay? That high intensity interval training, meaning if you work hard for 30 seconds, anything, it could be just running as fast as you can in place for 30 seconds. When you stop that, your body's left with, you take time to rest and recover. Let the heart rate come down. That's the body cardiovascularly feeding oxygen back to your muscles so that after you recover, maybe it takes 1 minute for your heart rate to come down and recover. Then you go and do that again. You start picking up and you start running in place again for 30 seconds. That would create this interval of training. So you may be high knee running for about 20 seconds. Then you'll rest for 40 seconds. You'll do 20 seconds again, 40 seconds. Now this undulating interval training cardiovascular, that's how I pretty much end all my workouts with my clients. For the last 5 to 10 minutes of their workout, I'll say, all right, it's time to do your cardio finisher. And people, all right, I love cardio. So then we get in, no machines, no bike, no treadmill, none of that. We're just gonna get your heart rate go. So the simplest version of cardio that I love to use my clients is like a burpee or an up down. That's just, they have to go all the way down, plank their bodies, and stand all the way up. And they'll do that for 30 seconds. But that's a multi-movement task to put your body all the way to the ground and stand all the way up. That's a lot of movement. Anybody that does that for 30 seconds is left with that. That is fat burning to the maximum. That is your body doing that motion and changing direction is fat burning mojo. I don't even know how to that will burn fat. Meaning, if you only, for people, I give my clients 10 minutes of doing that for 20 seconds of on, 40 seconds of rest. You'll do that 10 times. And that could be another simple one, just jumping jacks. If you haven't worked out in a long time, 20 seconds of jumping jacks is ridiculous. But I guarantee you, 10 minutes of doing 20 seconds on of jumping jacks, 40 seconds of rest is way better, all right, than staying 20 minutes of just mouse wheeling, where your body, you're not moving your body, the machine's really moving you. But doesn't have a metabolic effect. You're not burning fat like that. So cardio is changed. Cardio is now high intensity interval training. You want to get on a bandwagon and really burning fat, that's what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. People automatically say, oh, it's more intense. That's CrossFit. That's how I'm going to get hurt. I have bad knees. I have to be on an elliptical, Brian. That's not true. Because any machine that moves you is really worse off for your knees anyway. So that's a whole different topic. I don't want to go into that one, Midori, but I will tell every single one of your listeners that I'm a professional, and I have been, my team and I, we're responsible for tons of fat lost. We have this contest that we call the Drop 2 Sizes contest, where women consistently drop 2 jean sizes in 8 weeks. And most of them are down 2 jean sizes in 6 weeks. Why? Because all we really need to do is we need to move more, and we need to time our movement so that our body really does have the understanding that it's work. It takes work. It's going to take you to feel a little in order for things to work. And that's cardio. That's today's day of cardio. So if you're on the machine, if you are on the treadmill and you're on that elliptical and you're still looking for those results, meaning I want my butt higher, I want my butt to look like a nice tomato, and in order to do that, you need to get off the machine and you need to make your body actually move, because in so doing, will you really see the phenomenal effects of what real cardio is today.
Okay. All right. So now everyone listening understands that. Get off the treadmill. Get off the treadmill.
Get off the treadmill. Get off the treadmill. It's such hard. And so many people, and that's the definition of insanity, right? To continue to do the same thing, expect different results, as, I just need 40 minutes on the treadmill. Honey, your workouts this day and age don't have to be that long. They just have to be, tailored properly. So that's where I'm going with that one.
Okay, well that makes sense. And I have heard some of this before, but it's just like, I love my treadmill. It's like when I zone out, but I do intervals on it, but I hear what you're saying. Get off it, go outside, go jump rope, run the stairs. Yeah,
so this does bring about what I like to call the hierarchy of fat loss, okay? So it is if you only have 6 hours a week to train, right? 4 to 6 hours. Let's say I'm a busy mom, I'm a busy dad. I ask this all the time to my clients, how much time do you really have to train? I say, well, I can get into the gym 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, that means you really have only 3 hours a week to train. If that's the case, if you only have 3 to 4 hours a week to train, you need to break it down this way. 2 hours of that has to be spent doing real strength training, okay? Not anything else, just real strength training. Really getting a weight that you have to squat, getting a weight that you have to pull off the ground, getting some strong weights off the side, so doing some good old-fashioned lunges, getting in there and doing some pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups, you're getting assistance. Some of the machines can help out, or you're doing some pull-downs. But wherever you are, you're living in the world of strength training, meaning not 20 reps, but by rep number 10 or rep number 12, that feels like, that was hard. That was rep number 12. I really could have done 50 more of those, but I'll just stop at 12. That's not going to do anything for your body. But strength training, out of 2 hours, out of that 3, is a must for long-lasting fat-burning results. The next hour, so after your 2 hours of strength training, you have 1 hour left. If you're one of those 3-hour people a week, I only have 3 hours a week to train. That's all I have. So 2 hours of strength training. The last hour is spent doing high-intensity interval training. Like I said, that could only be just a 1 day of 10 minutes. That's okay. 10 minutes of either jumping jacks, maybe doing some jump rope. If your knees are bad, jumping's not in your wheelhouse, then maybe doing some assisted squats, something that really gets your body moving for a certain amount of time and rest. So you have your rest ratio to work ratio. So if I do 30 seconds of work, I may have anywhere between 30 to 60 seconds of rest. You do that pattern for a whole anywhere from 10 to 60 minutes, depending on how long you've been doing it now. But that would constitute your last hour of your 3 hours a week. You stick with that program, you're going to have fat burning results. Now, people come up to me, and when they say, I only have 3 hours, and I got to get my cardio in. So I'm going to spend the 3 hours doing my mouse wheel. If I have some extra time, I'll do the strength training. Anybody that starts to program like that, that's, again, the analogy, that's putting in the little rocks before the big rocks. You never fit it. The big rock, in order to make changes happen for anybody this day and age, is real strength training. And that is something that has to get done. So if you have any more time on top of that, that's when you can add in, all right, I'll then say, all right, once you have your strength training and your high intensity interval training, your cardio done, then you can add in jogs and walks and things that are less light, right? But if your goal, which is, I hear from so many women, I need to drop 2 jean sizes, Brian. Not 1, I need 2. Please follow the hierarchy of fat loss. 2 hours of strength training first. If you only have 2 hours, you nix the cardio, you nix the treadmill, you only have 2 hours of strength training then. And the reason for that is because muscle is what really changes metabolism. And the only thing that ever really burns fat is the stuff that you do when you're not actually working out. And we love to believe that sweat is fat burning. But really, fat burning happens at night when your body is making muscle. And trust me, ladies out there, trust me, guys out there, it will not make you bulky. All right? If you're getting bulky, you need to think about what you're doing from a diet-wise, from a diet standpoint.
Okay, that's good to know. So do not go with if you only have 2 hours, do not go with the idea of 2/3. Two parts of it being your weight training and then the third being your interval thing. Don't do that. Just only concentrate on the...
You only have 2 hours. Then spend those 2 hours doing strength training.
Okay. All right.
You will see major changes with your body fat composition.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
All right, so I know that you have this program that you do that's worked really well, and I think you trained with Mark Wahlberg with that and some other people. Tell me about this concept.
Yeah, so, tools are great. Toys are great. Anybody that's out there and I want to create my own home gym. There are several things and several pieces out there to make your own new home gym. But if your home gym doesn't include either a friend or somebody else to create a social environment, remember, I don't see it really lasting in the first place, okay? So, but as far as some of the coolest tools out there that help you feel better and move better, there are a few out there. One of my favorite ones it's a vibrating platform. It's called the Power Plate. Now, if you've ever been to a gym whether it's like Equinox or there's this big plate that, if you push on, like people look at it all the time, like, I don't know how to use it. But that's a vibrating platform. Now, a vibrating platform, the power plate, so to speak, is it really helps to, I guess, add intensity without adding extra weight. That's why my female clientels love it, because you can once you're on the machine, you really get a chance to feel your muscles turn on. The vibration is this like mini earthquake, So when you're on it, your body's actually doing hell of a lot more work. Because let's just say, where are you, by the way, Midori? Are you in Cali? Are you
in Northern California? Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, I'm from Concord, California myself. And so there's been a few earthquakes I felt up there. But when an earthquake happens, your body starts to, whoa, just imagine that boat rocking, In order for you to stay up, your muscles need to coordinate that shifting. That's what that vibration platform does. And so for a lot of people that, hey, I don't have a lot of time and I want to see some great changes in my body. Well, in order to turn more muscle on, I need to either A, load you with more weight. Okay, so I need to make your squat heavier. That'll make your more muscle have to work, thus making the better booty, right? If I want to squat, if you can't have a nice butt without doing some squats. I don't know. That can't happen. All right. So if you're in a workout program and part of your world is like, I want a nicer butt, and you're not squatting, I don't know how it's going to happen. Okay. So with that being said, though, like, how do I make the squat more effective? You don't squat very much at all. Well, doing something like that, incorporating a tool that doesn't load you that way, That's one of my favorite ones, is that power plate. Another great tool that people do out there that makes a lot of exercises fun, and that you can also pair in with a power, is something like a suspension trainer. And this is it's one of the hotter tools out there. People talk about the TRX, you know, like, oh, the TRX is great for those workouts. It is, because so many of us have problems with certain movements. Like, some people can't lunge well. Some people can't, you know, they have low back pain. They're so sick, they can't squat all the way down without almost feeling like they're going to fall over. Well, holding on to straps can really alleviate some of the tension as you squat up and down, that you're holding your body weight up almost. So like almost holding like the back of a chair. You know how, like, if something was on the ground and you need to pick it up, but if you held onto the wall or a chair, you could easily get down there. That's what some of these straps can help do. So whether you're using tools to either invigorate more muscle that was dormant before, or you're using tools to assist you because your muscles aren't really strong enough to handle all your body weight right now, these are some of the most popular tools I use, because let's face it, Midori, we just don't exercise this community anymore as a population. You know, I'm talking to your clients out there, 85% of the people watching this don't do anything at all. You know, we sit there and they'll talk about, oh, well, here's the tool. Like, people say, oh, Brian, I saw this product that it's this, you rub it on your body and it makes you sweat more. Will that help you burn the fat? Well, maybe it will, but how about drinking some water first? Okay, Vanessa, because that drinking water will help you burn fat even better. That's guaranteed it's better for you. Like, oh, so put the things in first, right? I can sit here and talk about these great tools, you know, and if it gets you out there to want to try something like that, like if you've never felt a massage on the power plate, oh man, you're like, oh, like my clients look forward to that massage on the power plate. Or if you've never felt a big stretch in the chest using like a TRX or being on that power plate and combining those movements together, you've never really felt that good stretch. Oh man, you're missing out, you know, because that's what it is, Midori. It's really these tools, these workouts. What I'm trying to promote in my gym and for the rest of the community is, guys, we don't move. You know, we say we don't have time, and you want to lose fat, but every day you lead your day and you've spent 90 minutes on social media and 0 minutes on even doing, you know, 10 seconds on, 50 seconds off of jumping jacks. Well, you haven't dedicated yourself to that map that you wanted to create. So just from the get-go, just to piece it all together, you know, come up with a plan, draw your map. Once your map is written out, stick to that commitment. If you said 4 days a week, then challenge yourself and a partner to stick to 4 days a week, no matter what. No matter what, stick to that. And if you don't stick to that, you owe each other, you know, something big. Maybe it's I owe you a big $100, you know, dinner, or a lot. Like, it's something got to be. You got to have something at stake, and then choosing those tools that could make your exercise more fun. You know, knowing that there are power plates out there that help you move better if you don't move a lot. Knowing that there are coaches out there that are real life-changing coaches. They're not the people that are trying to count your reps. I'm talking about there are real coaches out there that are changing lives, and they're easy to find. You know, you put in fat loss and on Yelp these days, look at the reviews. You look at the, you know, they're talking about the coaches and their styles, and what you'll see is people are alighting to the idea of culture. People are finding culture within, like, we were really meant to move a lot. And so when you find a group of people that are already, hey, these people are living it up. They're happy. These are the people that I want to be. I know I am a person that's active lifestyle. That's what I do. If you are that person, if you say you live an active lifestyle, well then, damn it, you better not be on your cell phone 90 minutes a day and then really only exercising 10. That's backwards. If you're active, then that means you're working out for an hour a day and only on social media 30 minutes a day. So whatever it is you do, whatever you write, whatever you decide to be and create, whoever that is, you just please be sure to it makes sense to you that I'm creating myself to be someone that's 120 pounds. As a person that now weighs, I'm a size 4 and I'm 120 pounds. Does that person in your head eat ice cream sandwiches past 8 p.m.? Probably not. That person probably drinks a glass of water and gets 8 hours of sleep. And everybody knows this equation. Everybody knows it. It's just whether or not we're really going to stick to it. Well, it all starts with a plan, and it all starts with a friend. And then, trust me, sticking to it, you'll be happier, healthier, move better. You'll love it.
I love this. I love this. And guess what I'm doing when I'm done with this interview?
What are you doing, girl?
I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to go run the stairs. I'm going to do my lunges, and I'm going to do my intervals.
Yeah, do it. Get in there and get nasty with it. One of my colleagues, Alan and Rachel Cosgrove, they've been great mentors to me. They run one of the top gyms in America. It's called Results Fitness. My gym is number 2, BRIK Fitness. But I'll be taking them over very shortly here.
I can tell. I can tell. They better look out.
They're looking at. They just have more space. That's the only reason why. But I will say one of the things that I did learn from them is, like, at the end of the day, it's got to be fun. At the end of the day, if this is something that, hey, it is really too daunting, and it's something that it's in your head, like you're afraid of working out, you're afraid of actually putting this out there, hire a professional.
Yeah. Hire
a professional. Don't rely on yourself, because if people consider this as an expense, then I get it. But so many people out there, the people that do say, all right, this is an investment on me. This is how I'm going to self-love, because if I can put this oxygen mask on myself and then I can take care of myself, well, that I'm going to be happier. I know that I'm going to make my family happier. I can be better alert and better present for my husband or my wife. That, by investing that time, everybody down the chain of command gets fed. But to say I have no time because I have to take care of my husband, I have to take care of my kids, I have to take care of my dogs, and I take care of me last, well, it's really hard to live that equation, because you start to dry out. We were really meant to take care of ourselves first, then be able to take care of the others. And for some of us, it's such a hard concept to sell that we really need that professional help and support. So find that great professional next to you that is running either a boot camp or running a gym. And trust me, the investment will be worth it. You may have to cut out a couple of dinners on the month, but it'll be well worth it, knowing that summer's around the corner and you'll have your best version of you.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Just for a short period, having a trainer who can get you into the groove and get you doing things that you never thought you would do or that you could do.
Oh, yeah.
It starts momentum, right? Especially if you're scared or you haven't done it in a while. It's just kind of that kick in the butt.
Absolutely. And so based off of what I was talking about, so if you're looking for those professional coaches out there, by putting in some of the keywords that I talked about, high intensity interval training, strength training, like safe strength training is a great tagline. Putting in power plate exercises or TRX suspension training exercises. A lot of these keywords, these taglines, when you type them in, when you have a coach that's very educated in training with those modalities, I'm pretty sure you'll get a pretty kick-ass workout, and probably someone who's pretty adept at learning the newer functional tools. But if you're working with a trainer and a coach and he's trying to put you on a treadmill or a bike, I really gotta take a step back and ask, is that coach really the one that you want to go with? There's probably a couple more coaches that are a little bit more educated out there that you'd want to find. So, that would be my last little tidbit of information there. If you really tagline those tools, those things, you should land you on with a really great coach.
Okay, perfect. So we have our homework cut out.
Yeah.
Pretty easy homework, but I love all the tips. I think you're spot on with everything, and so it's fantastic. This has just been a wealth of information. Awesome. So how can we find out information about you?
Well, you can go to my website, www.brikfitness.com. So on that website, we have, we need to get a hold of us. If you're looking for someone in your area that is, you're looking for a reputable coach, we have a network of coaches. I mean, being in this industry, I know coaches in every single state, country, wherever. I could definitely give referrals, but we have a YouTube channel as well. BRIK Fitness is BRIK Fitness. Okay. So don't leave out the C. BRIK Fitness. And yeah, jump on the website. You can look up, some of our stuff. We have, as far as exercises, as far as different feeds, and, we do different articles. So I'm looking forward to doing another one with you soon. Hopefully we can, we'll make this thing. And next time we'll actually we can do a workout together,
Okay.
in real time. How about that?
I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. That sounds fun. When I'm down in LA again, I'll look you up and we'll do it.
Yes.
Perfect. So I encourage you guys all to go to his website, check him out. Obviously, he's a real deal. He has people who have the money to afford him, and he just shared a wealth of information with us. And he has other information for us on his website and on his YouTube channel. So check him out. And if you didn't have a chance to write that down, or you're not quite sure how to spell BRIKs,
BRIK, B-R-I-K Fitness.
Yes. Go to our website, midoriverity.com. As always, I will have his information with all of his links, and you can find him there. So again, thank you so much, Brian. And I have to go because I have to go work out.
Let's do it, girl. I have to go too. Me too. I got to get my workout in too. Let's do it.
All right. Awesome. Thanks again for being with us. And I look forward to doing our workout together. That'll be the next stage.
Love it. And I can't wait to meet you in person.
Me too. Thank you again.
Right. Take care. Bye.
Take care.